Hey guys, Ryan here. I'm currently editing the podcast after we recorded the episode earlier. And I kind of goofed up on this one. So typically on my recording software, I have it set so that Doug's voice, my voice, and Anita's voice is captured. And typically that's all good. But this time, I kind of goofed up my settings. So I captured all of my desktop audio, which means you're going to get random bits of me playing the audio in the background to kind of find the thing I'm referring to, find the thing Doug or Anita's referring to. It would be a lot less disorienting if it was just a full song playing in the background, but unfortunately, it is me playing random bits of the song here and there. So, yeah. I apologize in advance for the disorienting experience you might experience with this episode of the show. Yeah, we're probably gonna get demonetized for this one on YouTube, but it is what it is. Yeah, I apologize in advance, but you still get the episode, so hope you enjoy what you get. Thank you.
What's up, everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. We're coming at you with a super spicy episode 269, and we're recording on February 13th, 2024. I'm Doug, and joining today we got Warren.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
As a quick reminder, check out SojuTalk on your favorite podcast platform, sub to us on YouTube, and join the SojuTalk Discord and be a part of the nation. First of all, happy Year of the Dragon to everyone.
Yay.
Hey, let's do that.
Everybody.
Well, we're recording on a Tuesday, not because of that, but Anita had stuff on Monday, but we should be good next week to return to our normal recording on Monday pattern.
Yeah.
This past week, I went to Montreal, so here's a hockey puck I bought. Yeah.
Very nice.
Y'all should visit Montreal. If you need any tips about traveling there, let me know.
That's nice.
In terms of the music, right? Because like no music came out this week because of the holidays, right?
Yes.
In Korea and Asia specifically. We're covering 6 songs. We decided to cover 6. We're having a mega episode this week that came out since like January, more or less, that we did not cover on the pod. The songs we're covering, this one technically came out last year, but it's TVXQ's Rebel. We got GroovyRoom, Yes or No, featuring Yunjin from L.S.S and Crush. We have Even with Ugly. We have Uju Sonia Sora's solo debut with Without You. We have the Young Posse Up remix featuring Verbal Jin, NSW Yoon, and Token. And we got Yena with her Japanese release with DNA. So we're covering a lot of weird stuff this week.
Everything.
We don't think this episode is going to be too well, so we might say some spicy things. So bear with us. We're going to say some crazy stuff. But let's start at the top. We got TVXQ, Rebel, they are from SM. Their last 3 songs, Truth, Love Line, and The Chance of Love. This is technically was the song for their 20th year anniversary, right? That they were doing at the end of the year shows.
Was it?
Yes.
It kind of comes off like a kind of like horror version of A Christmas Carol at certain points, because it really feels like, it kind of feels like they're sampling that.
Oh, definitely are, yeah.
I think that this song has a lot of fun elements, really showing off the TVXQ part, but this chorus is ass in terms of keeping up the energy. I know they keep saying they're building up the energy, but that shit dissipated quicker than they could sing it. Right?
Wow.
Dang.
Starting off strong.
Am I wrong though? Am I wrong?
Okay, for me, I think what I think made me lose like the momentum of the song, right? Kind of was that sample, because I feel like you hear it a little bit and then it comes back a little bit more subtly in the chorus, but just hearing it didn't match the visuals in my head, because it came out around Christmas time, I would say.
Yeah.
You know,
it dropped on the 26th, if I'm correct.
Yep.
Yeah. But the visuals are like very hardcore, dark, very dim lighting.
It
Very
reminds me of a
intense.
movie.
Yeah, and honestly, separate the two, and I feel like maybe it would be more digestible for me. But together, it just felt a little confusing. But
I mean,
I agree. There are certain elements that are really cool. The choreography is cool. The styling was really, really cool. But it's that sample for me.
I think Carol
Really,
of
I
the.
thought the sample was fine.
Really? Okay.
I mean, I don't agree with that. I'm leaning more with Anita here. We're like
What?
Carol of the Bells, right? It's one of the darker carols. It sounds more grand.
That's true.
It sounds a little more like, oh, hark the angels, you know, like. But like at the same time, it is a carol at the end of the day. It is a Christmas song at the end of the day. And if you bring in a sample like that, asking the audience to kind of detach their experience
Hard,
from that song, yeah, that's hard. That's hard. So like, did they do a good job of like separating that with this? I don't know, cause like at the end of the day, the sample feels like it's kind of like shoehorned in a little bit, and I'm not sure if you needed to lean that hard into it. Where like they kind of do what Blackpink did with no, shut up. They did that thing with what Blackpink did, where like they like used the sample as a top line, and I'm like, okay, like that's just lazy songwriting, buddy. Like that, come on, you know what I mean? And then like going back to what Doug was saying, that chorus, I don't know if it counts as a chorus. Like the structure is kind of, it feels like it continues building up, but there's no release, and we just build back out. You know what I mean? It feels like two twin mountain peaks instead of like build up, chorus explosion, build out. You know, that doesn't happen. And I'm like, okay, that feels like I have all this pent up excitement that never went anywhere, and instead we got this industrial black skinhead Kanye kind of sounding beat, which is like, it's fine, but like, you know, have I heard better stuff from TVXQ? Yeah.
I thought the performance was really good in this music video, though.
I
Visually
agree. I agree
speaking,
with
I
that.
like the visuals. Warren, did you watch like the X-Men series from like 2009, like the old ones, like X1, X2, X3?
It's like Hugh Jackman, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
because
all of them.
Some of the scenes remind me of those movies, like specifically, like one of them stuck in a room, kind of like Magneto was, that clear box room.
Yeah.
And then there's another scene where it kind of reminds me of the scene where Wolverine's getting injected with the adamantium, and then he freaks out and destroys the room. That's another scene that I think this music video reminded me of, because they're kind of showing they have mutant powers a little bit. Like there's one part where his cheek gets cut by glass and then it heals itself instantly.
Right.
So I was getting really like X-Men motifs
I
throughout.
could see that.
There was also like a moment. There was a couple scenes where they're in front of like they're outdoors. They're in front of like this big white monumental building, and there's like a crowd in front.
That
of
was
them.
Rise of the Resistance.
Right. That just
Right?
was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, none of it felt like they were just trying to copy off of these films. It just
Right.
felt inspired by, and I think that's fine. It's pretty cool visuals, I think, overall. It's just the song was fine. It's not bad. It's just there's too many
Like-
things for me to pick on. You know, they're just like low hanging fruits that are just sitting there, waiting for me to be like, oh, structure.
For me, if it's not for the building the energy chorus, I would think this is a banger. Like that's my opinion. Even with the sample, I liked it. I thought I was having a good time with this song.
Okay,
But
that's
then the
fair.
building the energy, like they kind of did that TVXQ where the backup dancers form shapes and they do a lot of waves with them. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes,
Like,
yes.
That's a very TVXQ thing to do. And I just felt like it really ruined the flow of the song, because I'm like, all right, we're building the energy. We're building it. We're building it. And then nothing happened, right? We just started building again. I think that's the critical flaw of the song. Overall, the performance was great. I don't know how these dudes are in their late 30s. Like, it makes no sense, right? Like, it's
20
insane.
years, man.
Yeah, 20 years of this group.
Crazy.
You know what it is?
I have fun. I was more like respect your OGs with this track for me.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what it might be like. Carol of the Bells. So I was in orchestra for like, I don't know, like 8 years of my life. It's been a long time. And at a certain point of that time, I was second violin. We played carols near Christmas time. We played Carol of the Bells, and the whole song, it's like all I'm doing is like playing bum ba ba bum bum ba ba bum ba da 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 dum bum bum ba da 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 dum bum bum. That two rhythm I played over and over again for like 8 minutes. and
See,
it was
for
the
me,
worst experience I had.
See, I have a very different experience because while I was in high school, me and some friends, including Shinboy from the Discord, we went to Trans-Siberian Orchestra 2 years in a row.
Oh.
So this was a banger to see that song.
See, but
you know?
when you're on the performing end, you have to practice that every day in class.
Maybe that's why I like it, because I really like that was a lot of fun going to those shows growing up.
9:30 a.m. Mr. McNair, this is what you've made me. I don't.
All right, so we're kind of mixed on this one. I would say I thought it was a tingly song. I had a good time.
Yes.
I'm gonna give them tingly just for 20 years, man. They've given us 20 years of content.
Amazing.
That's crazy.
Great stuff.
20 years. Is it 20 years including the 5-person era or just the 12?
I think it is including the 5-person era.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So 20 years since the official debut, not the re-debut or whatever.
Yeah, they debuted literally on the day of the song release, December 26, 2003.
Wow, that's crazy.
Absolutely.
That is crazy.
You know, it's been long enough, guys. Can we get like one comeback, like do it together tour?
Please.
You know how much money they would rake if they did it in Korean Japan?
Oh,
right?
with like the 5 of them?
Yeah, you know how much money they would rake?
Just as you know what? Not even like a full comeback. Can we just have a special stage?
How about a stage, or how about a 2-night Tokyo Dome? This is it.
Please, yes.
Concert.
I think a couple of the JYJ members are like banned from broadcast for multiple.
That's why we're gonna do it in Japan at the Tokyo Dome.
They have a lot of different scandals with like drugs and tax evasion and stuff like that. So I don't. That feels
fair.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about that one guy. Okay, never mind.
For some reason, all 3 of them have like tax
maybe
evasion.
4 guys.
What about 4?
4.
I'll still take 4.
Okay.
Zero and Gia could come back.
We're gonna overlook the tax evasion, but say no to the drugs. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We'll do a 4-man thing in Japan real quick. All right, let's pivot. Next one is also like we were kind of suggesting these songs, so this was more or less one of Anita's picks. Was this one, right? We'll give Anita credit for us covering this one. The next one is a Warren song. We got GroovyRoom, Yes or No with Huh Yunjin and Crush. They are from At Area via Higher Music. Their last songs were Whistle. That one was with Shike and Mirani. They had Can't Slow Me Down with Mirani and Lil Boy, and then they had, I don't know how to pronounce that, Carabiner with Ash Island. So those were the last ones. So who are GroovyRoom, Warren? Explain to the people at home.
GroovyRoom. It's a Groovy Everywhere. It's a duo of a hip hop R&B producers, Jijung and then Himin, who also goes by Lil Mosh Pit. Which is that's a name. Lil
What a name.
Mosh Pit. But yeah, they're a producer duo. They have a lot of pop, hip hop, pop rap, pop R&B hits that are, I don't know, they're pretty easy to kind of get into. Like none of it has ever been like too extreme into the hip hop spectrum. But rather I think what GroovyRoom does really well is they produce really catchy, good top lines as well as like a great pop instrumental to go along with it.
They're the VVS people too, you know? Come on.
VVS, right.
Yep.
I think VVS is probably their biggest hit. I don't know their whole discography off the top of my head, but
I feel like yeah.
Yeah,
I was gonna say CK's. What was it? I'm blanking out.
Buddy, they had a bunch of songs with CK. Like
no, the one that blew him up. Jay Park is in it.
Ring. Can I hit you up?
Anita, you're doing the thing where you're saying, you know that thing.
I don't know that thing.
You know this. You know the song.
Sing the song. Sing the song.
Sing the song. Jay Park and PH1.
Giddy Up.
Iffy, yeah.
Iffy. There you go. Iffy.
Oh my god.
Anyways, yes.
Okay.
GroovyRoom.
They're great. I think they do a great job of production. But with Yes or No, it feels definitely more like a pop R&B track. Sure. They're leaning a little bit more away from hip hop and more of this pop track, which obviously I didn't expect. But we I don't know. How'd you guys feel? Do you guys like it? I can talk more about the song in a minute. But
first of all, it seems like, do you need a good girl singer on your song? You hire Yunjin these days. It seems like it's the play, right? He also featured recently, 4 days ago, on a singer called Max. He had a song that came out called Stupid Love, which
okay.
also features Huh Yunjin on it. So
Very
she's
nice.
doing international collabs as well. But it seems like if you need a vocalist to do kind of R&B who has a really S tier voice, you hire her right now, right?
Yeah,
She probably
she
racks
has
up
the
five.
range.
She probably racks up 5 figures for each of these features too, right? She's pulling in raking for this.
Good for her.
I thought this was great. You know, I was like, okay, Yunjin's doing her thing. It's fun. It's fun. And then when the boy Crush came in, I was like, God damn, this is good as shit, right?
This is his.
This is his
His
wheelhouse,
vibe.
though, right? The sing rappy type thing, right up his alley.
Yeah, no, I guess I was more impressed with Yunjin's performance in the sense that I feel like she was really utilizing her range, like the falsetto
Oh yeah.
she had for
She's
good
a great singer.
chunk of
The
the
chorus?
So
of
good.
the lines. Yeah,
The chorus is
it was
amazing.
really nice.
Yeah.
I think it works. I think I can see her doing more things featured in more songs in this genre because it just works really well with her tone, with her delivery. And there was something about the song overall, hearing Crush in it too, that made it feel very nostalgic for some reason. I don't know if it's the instrumental that made it very like mid 2000s maybe,
Oh, yeah.
or maybe late 2000s.
100%.
I don't know what it was about
Wait,
it.
you don't know the sample, guys?
What is the sample? I
Oh
feel
my-
like I've heard it maybe.
Oh my god, guys, come on. This is our generation
What
of
is
music. Guys, we're old now. This is our thing.
What is it?
2006,
What
Brown
is
Eyed
it?
Girls, LOVE.
It is?
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh.
Guys.
That explains a lot.
But like
I mean, to be fair,
yeah.
I mean, it's not quite my generation, but I do remember going back and like hearing this sort of stuff when I got into K-pop. But
Okay,
yes,
Well, I grew up on this shit.
Oh, it is. I'm listening
Yeah.
now. Wow.
Yeah.
that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
The,
I mean,
the dots are connecting now.
here's the thing though, right? Like sampling is a big part of pop music these days, and I feel like this is a really great
Yeah.
example of how you do it. It's like you're not relying too heavily on the sample, you're not getting lazy and using it as a cheat code. Instead, you're using it to reinterpret the sound and give your own take on it. And I think Huh Yunjin does a great job. GroovyRoom did a great job as well. I think those two are on the list as credits. Don't quote me on that. Okay. She wrote her own lyrics, but it's a little unclear who wrote what. So, never. Okay, at the very least, I know Yunjin wrote her first verse.
Some involvement.
Right. Because I was watching the behind the scenes video, and she shows up in the studio with GroovyRoom's there, and then Lil Mosh Piss is like, "Oh, yo, like I heard your first verse. I don't think it needs any editing. We're just gonna go with it based on what you gave me in your guide recording," and they just go straight into the studio. Obviously, we don't know if it's scripted or not, but I'm just gonna go with it and believe that it's actually what happened. Because I mean, I think she did a great job. Like that whole first verse, I think stands up pretty well against like Kimina's rest of the lyrics, who is like, if you know Kimina, she's like the best lyricist in the industry in the last like 2 decades. So hey, I think that's about as good as it gets. And I agree with you too. Great vocal performance as well in the chorus. Just like
The re-mainstreamification of girl group K-pop, right, in Korea, is allowing us to get things like this more and more,
100%,
right?
100%.
And it's similar to like how well, I forgot which New Jeans girl, but one of the New Jeans girls is going to be on the IU track
Hain.
in like a week or so, right? Hain's going to be on
Yeah.
it. I think that's a symptom of that too, and I think it's allowing people to be like, "Oh, I kind of know LE SSERAFIM. Oh, this girl's LE SSERAFIM. Oh, I should put her on my track," And I think it's a really interesting thing right now that's going on. But our boy Crush here is absolutely crushing it, is he not? Like,
You say that joke every time he's on the. You say it.
it's bro.
Every
Guy?
episode.
Well,
with
he's not
crushing it.
wrong.
Am I wrong? All of his shit lately has been amazing, has it not? Right? Like,
No. Well, did you listen to his last album, Douglas?
no, but I've listened to the single that came off of the album.
Okay, I think Crush shows up, does Crush thing, but I think I think if I look back, Yunjin's a little more memorable because I think I'm seeing a new aspect
fair.
of her that I've never seen before. I'm like, ooh, this coin has more than two sides. What? Come on, what the?
Yeah.
What's that? You know what I mean? Like it's not, now it's a pyramid.
It's
It's
not
not
cool
got four
anymore.
sides.
It's also because Yunjin when she's doing her songs with L.S.S, right? She's doing a teamwork thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yes.
Like she might sing the high note, but she's still singing a K-pop song with the group. You know, there's certain constraints that comes along with. But when you put her on other people's projects, she's more free to do whatever she wants. Or some of her solo tracks she's released, right? It opens the range a lot more.
Right.
And I think this is one of those products of that. And I think it's great to see because if you've seen the Huh Yunjin like just randomly singing shit on the internet, like there's a video where there's just like random strangers and she sings for them. And one of the guys said to her, he's like, you got rejected from companies after singing this well. Like, you know what I mean? And I think that really, really holds true for her. I think she's an S tier singing talent for sure.
I'm excited for her career overall, like not just the Seraphim section, and I'm sure it'll go on for many, many, many years to come. But between this, Idol, which came out, I think like what was it, like a year or two ago at this point. Remember? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? The first solo.
Yeah,
she
that's
did?
the I am not an idol, right?
Right.
That one,
Right.
Yeah, I remember that.
Blessing in Disguise was really nice too. That was last year, and between all that, I think I don't know. I feel like she's got a lot going for her in terms of being an artist, which to be quite honest, I can't say that about all the popular K-pop musicians at the moment, especially in the girl group sector. So hey,
Also, she kind of brings that like that Western vibe. I don't know how to put it, right? Because she's from America, she speaks English, right? I think she's very digestible as a Western fan, right? Like you get her.
but at the
And
same time,
she kind of recognizes too. You could just tell the way she acts on lives and stuff that she's like, I'm kind of an outsider in this sphere, but at the same time, like some of the shit she says, I think is like for someone who doesn't live in Korea, it makes complete sense, right? How
okay.
she acts sometimes and things like that. Yeah, she's just really funny in general.
I do think though, like even though this song sounds a lot more American than like most K-pop songs, it still feels Korean. Maybe it's because of the GroovyRoom and the Brown Eyed Girls sample, but
Sample.
yeah. Anyways, if you're gonna do sample pop, do this. Spicy.
This is spicy. It's spicy. This one.
Spicy.
All right, we have Even next up
Even.
with Ugly. They're doing this collab group under Jellyfish,
Ooh.
and their debut song was Trouble. So this is their second song. So this group consists of guys who didn't make it into ZB1, right?
Correct.
These are
Okay.
some of the guys who placed in the teens. Like you remember Keita, Park Han-bin, we have Junghyun, Sungwon, Yoonso,
Okay.
Junghyun, and Jihu. So these are a lot of the guys who placed in like the teens of Boys Planet when it happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And they are already winning music shows. They've won 2 shows
They
already
won
with
with
this
this one.
track. Yeah.
Good.
Oh wow.
So it is going pretty well for them. I don't. This song's kind of like.
Say
I'm
it,
not a
Doug.
huge
What do
fan.
you want to say?
You said you'll be spicy today. Say it.
Okay,
Let it out.
I like
Take a shit.
what they're trying to say more than the song itself. Like the messaging. I like the messaging
The slay?
of what.
The slay?
No, the what they're trying to say, like you want to show other people your ugliness, like what's weird about you. You shouldn't be afraid to show it to people.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
what they're
Yeah,
trying to
you.
say throughout the song. But I'm not a huge fan of this instrumental chorus thing we got going on, to be honest. Am I alone in that?
No, I don't like the production, I'll be
No.
honest. No.
It's like that.
mean-
Get ugly. It's like, ooh, okay, a little uncomfortable here, guys. You know,
Can you do that
it's
one
like
more
you guys
time?
are dancing real well, but it's like,
No,
get ugly.
Yeah. Get ugly.
that's a different one.
And then the one guy
mean-
goes, "I love it." It's like, oh god.
I mean, okay, to be honest, I feel like maybe I'm in the same line of thought. I like the energy. I like
Yeah.
the performance aspect. I think all of these members were popular enough and could have made it to the final, but you know, I feel like it was just a matter of like numbers, right? Matter of numbers. I don't think the talent was that.
Kida got screwed. Just saying.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I feel like the song itself, I was noticing because I was checking out their previous song, right? Trouble, which was their official debut. And I feel like the song structure is not that different. Nothing new really. And I almost feel like we almost went a little too far with the amount of things we were trying to cover, both visually and musically in a way. So I feel like I might have enjoyed it more if we had narrowed down more of like visual concept in the music video, because there's a lot of sets, a lot of styling.
We got like a tunnel. We're under a bridge. We got a convenience, like a supermarket at one point. It looks like.
Yeah.
We got a warehouse store. Yeah. We got a lot of stuff going on.
They start cooking.
A lot of stuff going on visually, and then also.
And then it snowed randomly.
It snows. Yeah, there's just a little bit, maybe too much going on for me to feel like it's enhancing the performance, it's enhancing the song. I feel like I'm trying to pay attention to so many things at once. And I feel like the song structure as well, that chorus where it kind of feels like a drop and then we come back up, that was kind of similar in Trouble. So it almost felt like, how are we making it like something new, something different than the debut? I wasn't quite sure that it was that strong of an argument. But they're talented. I don't deny that.
But they're talented, so
Yes.
I mean, I generally don't disagree with you guys. Song feels a little weak, chorus feel a little weak. They have a very vague direction in terms of concepting, the sound. The sound has like an electro house kind of industrial kind of sound to it.
That's pretty nice.
K-pop fans call it noise pop, which, you know, it's about, this is kind of what you get when you hear that sound. I don't know. I think I like the messaging and the topic that we talk about with Ugly. I think at the same time the lyrics are, it's a little shallow. You know what I mean? Like it's like, okay, here's a line off of the song. And I'm transiting on the spot. So I don't think twice. We go so wild. After I am there, everybody's knocked down. What does that have to do with Get Ugly? That's like a very generic two-set line about we're cool, you know? Like, it's just sometimes that's fine.
It would have been nice if they actually pointed out how each individual member thinks they're weird. You know what I mean? Like,
that could have been a storyline, yeah.
Right. So like that whole like
that would've
it's
been
okay
a lot
to be
more
ugly
interesting.
messaging feels like it's kind
also
of half-assed.
It's hard to say that when y'all are like 90 percentile good looking too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like that's like when I was telling me, "Oh, I'm so kitsch," and I'm like, "You're not though." You know, I see you in the Papa John's ads all the time, guys. Like, come on, like you ain't quirky. You American pepperoni pizza. You know, I've seen the ad. Like,
American pepperoni pizza.
Yeah, so that's one disconnect there. I like what they're going with. I think they're clearly doing well, but it's just like the song's kind of just like, I think it really lies on, do you like these kids from Boys Planet? Because they're doing this kind of sexy concept a little bit, right? Do you like this? And if you don't, I don't think it's the most approachable thing ever, right? I don't think it's gonna drag casuals in droves to like that.
Is even meant to be like a limited thing, or like are they just on a full-on contract? Like, is it like a 2-year thing or like
it's limited thing? I don't know. Let me look up.
It usually is based on
1.5 years. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. If it's a 1.5 year thing, it kind of makes a little more sense that they're trying to just go with a more generalized direction.
So they debuted in last September, so this is probably till May 2025.
Okay.
Or March or April or May, something like that.
Okay. Well, I mean, you know, at that point, when that time is up, I still want Even to leave and be like, oh, remember Even? That was the group that did that. You know, like, here's the thing. Like, if you think about IZ*ONE, there's a clear IZ*ONE sound, and then we have a couple of songs.
I miss it.
The all the greatest eyes one hits like Vampire and
We're thinking of different
Story of the
hits.
Swan, you know?
Oh no, dude.
But you know what I mean, like Fiesta, Violetta, that kind of thing, you know?
Violetta.
Yeah, Panorama.
Wow.
Speaking of those groups, I got big nostalgia like a week ago for an old group because Gio from Twice was on Na Honja Sanda I Live Alone. And she had friends come over her house. It was Sejong and Nayoung from Gugudan.
Oh,
And I was like, these were my two favorite kids on the show that season, even though Nayoung didn't make IOI. But like, I was like, oh, I hope she's doing well. She's a musical actress now, but just made me a little sad. And I always like a little bit of nostalgia there. So I completely get going for that angle. Like, you like these kids, like them together still, you know? Like, I get what they're doing here, but I just don't think it's the most approachable for people who don't know these even guys, right?
Yeah, we're relying a lot on the viewership, on the people that we're supporting them.
Hey, but they're doing well. They won music shows as a temp group, right? On the second song.
Oh, wow.
So you can't complain about that. What would you rate this, guys? I would say,
Tingly.
I don't know if it's tingly, Anita.
I actually said mild with this one. It might be
okay.
It might be because if I look back on this week, we had a lot of good songs.
Yeah.
On an off week, this might have been a tingly. This is what I'll say.
I kind of agree as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next song.
But before we do that,
Oh yeah, we're gonna take a break. 3 songs in. Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, SojuTalk Nation. This is Anita here with a quick PSA. If you would like to support SojuTalk Kpop Podcast, please like, subscribe, or follow us on whatever platform you're using. And consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/SojuTalk or donating to us at paypal.me/SojuTalk. On behalf of the crew and myself, thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled episode.
All right, we got 3 more songs. The first one, Uju Sonyo Cosmic Girl Sora, her solo debut, Without You. She's from Starship. This is like the first solo thing for her.
oh my god, wow.
This is my biggest surprise of the week.
Same.
I thought this
Same for me.
song was really good.
Oh, that's why you're
I
surprised. Oh, okay,
agree.
never mind. Okay.
Oh no.
Let's just put it this way. I ain't gonna name names. We've had some mediocre solo debuts as of late, guys. Like,
Dang.
Yeah.
Like I haven't. This is one of the few solo debuts I can feel like, wow, this completely beat my expectations. This shit is good. You know, this is a banger, a certified banger.
You know why I'm surprised?
Yeah.
You know why I was surprised?
Wait, why? Why?
Why this and not a full-on Cosmic Girl thing?
Fair. That's no. Warren's saying, why don't we get a Cosmic Girl like comeback? That's what he's asking.
I have a database. I have a database that I started in the beginning of 2023 that has a collection of all the notes I took. And all the notes I took for, these songs have a tag with all the artists in it. And I was like, trouble finding the Cosmic Girls tag. And I was like, wait, where's Cosmic Girls? Why can't I tag them? And I realized they're not in my database yet. We haven't covered Cosmic Girls since like 2022. I'm like, buddy.
Well, if you remember in March of 2023, Lura and Dawon didn't renew, but Subin and Starship still claim that they're in the group, but we haven't seen anything with them in it. So.
All right. Well, I guess that explains why we're missing these bangers from Cosmic Girls that once was. But I do agree with you. I like the song.
Good song.
I'm sorry if I baited you, Anita. That's not what I meant.
I thought you were gonna be so negative.
We literally began right before we began the episode. We said you liked the song.
Well, sometimes you change your mind.
No,
but
the song's good. It's a nice acoustic pop. It's got like nice little rock pop band sound to
the guitar,
it.
the guitar instrumental.
Yeah, it's pleasant.
All the riffs are
Her
nice.
really good too.
Yeah.
It felt just
guess-
very refreshing.
I guess my impression is, all right, I'm gonna be real honest here, right? She's not my favorite member of Ujusonyo.
Bro, you told me
like-
she's your least favorite.
Fair. Okay, one of the least favorites is the better way to put it.
Make
I don't
it
want to
worse.
list. I don't want to list the least favorite, like least. She's one of the least, right?
Okay.
Which is fair. I'm allowed to have that opinion, right?
Of course. You never said
Okay.
you hate her.
But my impression of always, because like I used to watch a lot of Ujusonyo side content back in the day, and half of these kids are just insane people. Like they're mentally sick. Some of these kids, like they're
Oh
so
my.
trolly, it's ridiculous, right?
What they do?
And I always got the vibe that Sora was like very prim and proper, not as trolly, maybe like a tiny bit cold as a person relative to the other kids, right? Like kind of ice princessy, right?
Okay, yeah, okay. For context, like it would be a situation where like Subin and Dayoung are cracking jokes, and like
Yeah.
Hala would look
And
over and be like,
Unso screaming in the corner, right? And
Yeah.
then Sora's just kind of like, I'm kind of embarrassed to know all you people, right?
Yeah.
Like, but I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna find this convey. Like, I don't know how conveying she's gonna be. Consider I think she's kind of cold, but man, she did a good job.
I thought it was very nice. I
Oh,
think I don't know if it's the personality aspect because I mean I didn't know beforehand, but I feel like this has a very cool, very how should I say it? Not maybe low key aspect to it, but I think it works. I think it makes sense. And I think it works for her too. Like I don't think she's
Yeah.
overdoing it with the vocals or it's too little. I think it's just the right amount for her as a performer. So I think it was a good choice.
I agree with you. If I think about Cosmic Girls, and I think a lot of these girls are very talented. Some more talented than the others. Sora, I think, is a better vocalist than most members of Cosmic Girls, which, you know, it makes sense. She's the main vocalist here. One of the main vocalists. They have a lot of main vocalists. Is she a lead vocalist? I don't know. You know what? One of those. But if I think about her role in Cosmic Girls and her voice tone, it makes the least sense for K-pop, if you know what I mean. Yeah, like they're like Cosmic Girls. They have a very bubbly, high energy K-pop
Sparkly.
energy to it, right? People like Yeonjung or Subin really do well in that kind of sound. Sora a little less because you know her voice tone feels a lot more tame and calm compared to that. And with this kind of sound, I feel like she's really able to like flex all that really really well. And I'm glad it turned out really well because this is I don't know. It's like sometimes you do a sound like this and it turns into a lazy repetitive festival of nothingness. And this is not the case here. Definitely not. And although the production's really nice, like that guitar riff, like the
It is. It's so good.
so good, so good. Yeah,
I don't know. There's not too much to say about this track. It's a great track. It gets me excited for her as a soloist. Can we get more of this, Starship?
Yes.
Please. You got 1 million
I'm
views on
interested.
this. I don't know how it's selling, but like, I would please like some more of this, sir. Good sir.
Okay.
Right? Like,
can I see the flip side of that and say I want to
Yeah.
see more Cosmic Girl solos? If we're not gonna do a group thing because we got people missing, Yorim's doing L's up and all that. Like, let's get some solos in here.
true.
Yeah, like Subin could do a really good job. I think Taehyung could also do a really good job. Yeah, more of these. Clearly, you guys have a lot of good songs in your demo library.
yeah, I like overall, we just need more Uju Sonyo content, no matter who it is. All right, please, guys, don't forget it. Starship, do not forget about this group. Even though IVE is raking right now, right, is literally printing money in the back, right? Like, please don't forget about them, please.
Yes, please.
This is good. I'm very excited about this. Honestly, out of these songs, out of the 6 songs we're covering this week, this is in my top 2. I would put it there.
Is there spicy?
For me, it is. I would listen to this all
No.
day.
I've gone back to this song too.
Oh.
I would give it a. See, it's not like a what is it? Hype, like top tier spicy. More like a cool,
Oh, are you calling this
Yeah.
song boring?
interesting. No, More like a understated spicy.
Okay.
How did you guys feel about the motif in the music video where she's kind of dragging herself? You know,
That was kind of
at
cool.
the end. That was kind of cool.
Cool.
I like that. The music video also felt like there was an aspect of being very like not indie, but like certain motifs that I thought were cool. Like the t-shirt jeans look was cool, and like the white room background thing they had.
Oh, with the
I thought
clock
that
on the
was nice.
floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like at certain points, she's in like a little box, and she's like trying to. Like,
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know what she's doing. She's just like sitting or standing there.
I thought it looked like a big trough sink on its side. You know, that's what I thought it looked like. You know, like when you're in art class, they have a big trough sink somewhere in the room. Like, I thought it was that.
Oh, yes.
It might have actually. It might be a bathtub. Who knows?
Like there was a lot of good indie-esque
Yeah.
sequences. Yeah. Okay. I do have one thing to pick on with the song. I think it's the chorus again.
Okay.
Okay.
So the chorus has this like kind of a call and response thing, right? She does
Yeah.
something with high energy, and then then she kind of sings in like a faster tempo but lower energy thing, and then she goes back into high energy, then lower response. Yeah, I don't know. The response half of that felt a little weaker, but once you go into the second half of the chorus where she picks up fully, I think that really sold it. So it's just on the pick on. There was a moment in the first half of the chorus where it dragged a little bit, but still spicy.
Spicy.
Good.
Spicy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the degenerate children, guys. We got Young Posse. Young Posse Up. This is essentially a remix of a track that came out when they released Macaroni and Cheese, right?
Yes.
And it features Verbal Jint, NSW. I'm not too familiar with that guy, but I do know Token. That's the guy I talked about last week, who I've been supporting for like 8 years apparently. So this is
Wow.
from DSP via Beats Entertainment, and their other song is Macaroni and Cheese.
Yeah. Young Posse Up, the remix of Posse Up, which was the first track of their last EP. Why does this exist?
Well, you're the one who wanted to talk about it, Warren. So
Was
why
I?
should people? Yes.
Go back. I actually never said I actually want to cover this.
Okay. Also, well, okay. To be fair, I think I was one of the people who wanted to cover this, and I wanted to bring up the topic that Young Posse is extremely like polarizing
Oh,
in
dude.
the K-pop sphere,
Oh, dude.
right? People love them and people hate them.
Yeah.
And some people say what they're doing is very sexualizing a minor because they have like a 14-year-old, right? I've heard people say that about
Very
songs like
young,
Macaroni and Cheese.
very
young. Yeah.
Other people are like, yo, they're throwing up gang signs legit, right? Like, goddamn, what are we doing here?
I saw that.
And then other people are like, no, I like this. This is kind of like a middle finger to the K-pop establishment, right? Like,
I mean,
they might not be intending to do that, but that's what it feels like in the Young Posse war that's going on, right? Where people are liking them because they're so different than the meta, right? Like these kids are just out here doing this shit, and their company is promoting like them like crazy right now, right?
yeah.
I think a lot of the criticisms around Young Posse and Macaroni Cheese is pretty fair. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
But at the same time, do I not enjoy this? No. It is
You.
right up
you
my
don't.
favorite garbage can of music. It is
Oh, you
right?
do? Or you don't?
No. I mean that in all the best ways. You know, I would group this together with my lovely gentleman Zenny Dozilla, an uneducated kid, and Fleeky
Like
Bang and Polo the Red.
This is like hot garbage, but that's not to say Warren's not a little raccoon in the dumpster with it. You know what I
Sometimes
mean?
you want some garbage
with
in
his
your ears.
with his little fingers, Warren's like, oh, I like this in the dumpster. You know?
I legit mean that.
yeah, I get what you're saying, right?
Sometimes you want degenerate
Okay.
music that lowers your IQ a little bit.
Sometimes you gotta go dumpster dive
Yeah,
with this stuff.
yeah.
Right? You gotta be a little raccoon in there.
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's actually talk about the song. It's like a drill, Jersey, a little bit of rage in there as well, which is literally the most popular trends in like mainstream hip hop at the moment.
Yes.
Drill, we all know what that is. Jersey, come on. little divert, you know what I mean? Rage is like all the electronic sounds that that are in background, and visually we have All My Hood on These all of a sudden, and it's very, very clear what they're going for. In fact, it's way more clear what they're going for than it was with Macaroni Cheese. In fact, I think I prefer the song way more than Macaroni Cheese. It's upbeat.
Nah, I got a soft spot for Macaroni Cheese, dude.
No, shut up.
Feels so good. Sorry.
That first verse by Sonye? You know what I'm talking about? No more quality finally. Gang ton of stuff.
Yeah, that one.
Barbie.
No more
Yeah.
quality.
That is, I don't know. Like, I don't want to be too hasty when I say this, but like, someone could convince me she's the best like girl group rapper of the current generation.
Oh,
Okay, I was going to ask this because
who?
because she has it, right?
Oh, she's got it. Yeah.
Right? Like she's clearly the star of this group, in my opinion, at least.
Same. Yeah. She is the lead writer for the song. Followed by Yeonjung, followed by Gianna, followed by Verbalgen and NSW Yoon, which makes me think they wrote most of the lyrics other than the guest verses. Where's Token? Does Token not write his lyrics? What's going on?
he must have. I
Doug,
think.
where's your white man? What did your white man do? Why?
Okay, to be fair, I thought Token had the worst verse on this track. Like, even though I'm a fan, I didn't like his verse.
Thank
I
you.
didn't think it was that good.
Okay, I don't have to convince you on that.
No, I don't think him rapping on drill was really good in general. Especially the first half of his verse, I didn't think it was too fire.
Okay, let's talk about the guest verses real quick. First guest verse is a guy named Verbalgen, VJ, OG K-hip hop musician, debuted in 2001 with Modern Rhymes EP, revolutionized the way people rap in Korean. If I had to pick 3 OGs that influenced K-hip hop over anybody else, it's probably him, Drunken Tiger, and MC Meta in that order.
Yeah.
So
he was very popular at one point, and then he had a drunk driving thing, and then he kind of fell off the map for a while, right?
I mean, leading into that, he had a series of mediocre pop songs. So he was kind of already on a downhill ride, and then he decided to do things.
Drink and drive.
That being said, he's not like, I don't think he's really fit for like a drill kind of beat. I can kind of tell.
His delivery is very not. I wouldn't say traditional, but like.
He has a
I
very
can see what
unique
you
flow.
mean.
He's got a very unique flow. The question comes down to, is he able to translate that over into this kind of sound? And I'm not sure if that really works. Also, his verse comes off as like an old head trying to tell young kids that they're doing good, and it's like, did you need to name all the 5 members in row? Like, did you need to
Hey, he's showing them some love.
Hanjin, don't you like? Did he need to do that? I don't know. Okay, so that's that guy. I no disrespect to Verbalgen. You should respect him over DT. You should respect him over all the rappers in Korea.
Respect your OGs.
Respect your OGs.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't put KSR1 on like like a on like a Lil Vert remix. You know what I mean? NSW Yoon, short for Never Stop Worshipping Yoon.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That's so trolly.
Dude, he means it in the best way. I think his verse was the best guest verse in the song. Possibly the second best verse overall. He's got a great understanding of the beat. He
got that Zamboni flow, dude.
Yeah.
That Zamboni flow.
He brings something unique with his voice, so it makes sense to bring him on. Also,
yes.
he like takes a similar perspective as a lot of these girls because he's young. He's kind of in their age group. He's kind of, he's also a rookie. He's looking up from the the underdog perspective here. And then he actually shows up to rap, unlike the other two. So I'm like, okay, damn, I respect that. I'm sure you're busy too, but yeah. Token decided to write his whole verse without breathing and in a triplet. Buddy, what are you?
I just want to know, like, what were the connections to get this going?
This guy? Yeah.
Yo, where did he get Token
like,
out of nowhere?
I would not have thought this would have happened. I don't know how they reached out, but it's interesting.
The Verbalgen featuring makes a lot of sense if you think about their credits. And their production team is led by, I remember, Keegan. Keegan was a part of a group called Phantom. Phantom was Keegan Sanchez and Hanhei, and it was a part of Brand New Music, at which at one point, one of the key members was Verbal Jin. So you can kind of go up the ladder there. A lot of people wanted BM on it, which is unfortunate because he's not, but it is what it is.
It's interesting because like Token is probably most known for having pretty good flow, right? That's kind of his calling card, is that he has good flow, maybe at the detriment of his lyrics, right?
Is that how you would say it?
But on this track, when he's trying to rap on the drill beat, it's just like, God damn, what are we doing here, fam? Yeah. Like he has other songs that are really good. Like there's him, the song YouTube Rapper featuring Tech 9 is a good song. But he wasn't that good on this track. Yeah. Even though I like him to a certain extent.
I know you like him. I don't know. He feels like a downgraded Logic.
Like, yeah, and I like Logic. So it says a lot about the rappers I like.
Do you know? Okay. I feel like Logic is not as good. You know what? I'm not gonna comment. It's just,
You're not gonna go there.
I'm not gonna go there. All I'm gonna say is coming back to how I feel about Young Posse and their performance on the song.
Yeah,
they're fucking good at rapping.
Really? Okay.
I was gonna say this as well. I feel like it could be also a marketing strategy, right? Like not a lot of groups are going this route, this genre, and going all in, right? Because I feel like that's what I get from them too. Like them as members are involved in the production aspect too. They seem to want to go this route for themselves too.
Right.
And I feel like that's also what makes it almost more attractive as a listener. You feel like the commitment from the artist to go this route, even if it's not as popular or as well received for the general public. So I kind of admire that. I feel like without meaning to, they're getting a pretty solid fan base because they're committing to it.
Yeah.
And I also want to shout out for me, I'm kind of a little sad, but my favorite song from their EP, their debut stuff, was OTB. And I feel like they haven't promoted it as much, but yeah, the whole mini was very interesting, and I feel like it definitely shows like how invested they are to the sound and the concept.
Hey, I'm gonna make a take. This is the most exciting thing that DSP has had their hands in since like the early hype of Card.
100% agree.
Like DSP has kind of been in a rut lately. Like they've had acts that are very compelling and stuff, but they just haven't popped off in any capacity, right? Like Card is very hype. People like the members of Card. I like Card. But it definitely did not blow up as much as they probably wished it did.
Yeah.
And then April was kind of like a flop in general. Like let's be completely honest about it.
And when's the last time we talked about Mirai?
Exactly.
Ooh.
And with a group like this Young Posse thing, I believe this is one of the first things they debuted after RBW took them over. Since like RBW took them over in December or January 2022, right? And they haven't done too much since then. This is like one of the major things they've done is debuted this Young Posse group. It's their first girl group since April in 2015, right? And they're gaining traction. Who's ever promoting them is getting them on the right things because they're Head in the Clouds, New York this year, right? Like
that's right. Yeah,
they're putting them in all the positions to succeed, and the positions you would put a group like this in, they're doing it, right? So whoever is running this behind the scenes at their like basically sub label Beats is doing a very good job, I would say, at the moment.
Obviously, it comes with a lot of risk in terms of this obviously is gonna even if they were not 17 and even if the lyrics to Macaroni Cheese was fine, they still would have a lot of controversy following around them. That's just the nature of the genre being performed by K-pop. But on
doing this, keep going on.
Yeah, but on the other hand, I do respect the commitment to it.
Yeah.
Because, like, yes, do they feel like Chuck E. Cheese rappers? Yes, they do. But are they good at it? Some of them, yeah. Like, yeah.
Like this deciding to be the counterculture group is a tough thing to do. It takes a lot of balls or cojones or whatever you want to say, right? A lot of courage to be that group, right? To market yourself as that. And I would say it's kind of working. People have heated discussions about this group all over the place, right? So people are talking about your group. Now, is it going to pop off further? We'll have to see. But it seems like there's definitely an audience who's willing to inject this into their veins. So might as well, right?
There's in my veins. I am rolling in this trash can. Come join.
I mean, since they got this remix, hopefully we get a new release in like a month or so, right? That would be great, the timing wise. Before Head in the Clouds in the summer, right? And we'll go from there,
good.
right? Yeah.
Solid set list would be cool.
For me, this is just tingly. Like, it's funny because it's them, but I don't know how much I actually like the song.
Get out.
I think it's tingly.
This is blazing for me.
Amazing.
Blazing. Okay.
Flaming hot.
Flaming hot Cheetos. Jalapeno pepper.
Okay. Let's move to the final song this week. A non-K-pop song? SojuTalk?
What?
We've extended the reach to XG last year. We extended the olive branch, but now we're extending it further. Japanese releases. We have Yena with DNA. It's her second Japanese single.
Yeah.
And we wanted to talk about it. Essentially, Yena here, you know, she's from Yehua. Her last 3 songs, Good Morning, Hate Rodrigo, Love War. For me, I'll say right off the bat, this is the most compelling solo thing she's done.
Whoa, that's strong. Whoa.
I'm gonna just say it.
Okay.
For me,
I don't agree.
This is essentially like an anime opening, J-rock, J-pop fusion thing that you guys know what these type of songs sound like. It could be an anime opening, right? Nina's a big fan of this style. This kind of sounds like a more K-pop-ified version of like a 1OK Rock song, I thought.
So this.
And I'm a big fan of that genre too. Anita and I have talked about 1OK Rock in at length before. I really like what they are doing here. And it was kind of, to me, one of those eureka moments where this is what we should be doing with Yena.
Ooh.
I think, definitely agree. I think from the get-go, the instrumental, the structure of the song, the vocals, everything, the direction of the song was going. It feels very similar to the anime opening genre, right? The very I don't know, is it hype? I don't know if it's technically that supposed to be like that, but it's more like emotional rock type of thing, right? That is very popular in those shows. So I feel like it makes sense. And to be honest, I was thinking about it, and I feel like Yena has kind of gone this route.
Yeah, we've called her like fueled by ramen light is essentially what we've called her for a while, right? But now we're doing like anime openings.
No, because I was thinking, to me, the solo release that I've found really, really enjoyable from her, and that I kind of hoped would be more of what her staple would be, is the B-side that she had. I don't remember what the title track was, but the B-side she had was Luck to You. And it's very similar with like very rock band focus in the instrumental, in the visuals. And I feel like we're kind of playing again with that sound. And I am okay with this. I feel like we can try this out a little bit more. Obviously, maybe it's more popular or expected in the Japanese market, maybe. But I feel like it's viable. Maybe if we have like maybe a stronger, more compelling instrumental, I think, because maybe that's what it's relying on. Like, the instrumental needs to sell it, not just the concept.
You know what it needs to be? It needs to not be an instrumental. It needs to be a band.
There you go.
Yeah. Like, okay,
I can see that.
Right. Like, I get that we have cool session members doing their thing here. Sounds good. There are.
We get a Yena band, right?
Right, like
That'd be cool.
Like
Yena-
Yena and the Maniacs or something, right? Like
Yena,
can we
Yena
get
and the
that?
Duck Duck Gooses or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I agree with you guys. The song is overall really good. I think the beat is really nice. Yena goes hard into this J-rock anime opening. I feel like there's a lot of missed opportunities with the music video. Like she could have been running through the fields, and then she could fly into the sky along with her other.
She could have been smashing something with a sledgehammer. I think could have worked there. Yeah, that kind of thing too.
The first verse could have been her like sitting, like real all sad while like the camera pans away through the classroom and into the window, and then the flying bird,
Gotta be at a rooftop.
And I can say all that because that's how J-rock, J-anime opening-esque it sounds. And then you think about the flip side of that, right? Okay, because it might make sense, right? We're going on to Japan. This is her Japanese original track. Might as well do something Japanese sounding. But then you think about, okay, well, what is she bringing to the table? It's a table packed with incredibly talented people in a market that is so internalized. People who consume this kind of music over there don't like K-pop. There's a huge overlap of people who don't like Korean people and that kind of people who consume that kind of music. So if you're gonna do something like that, you gotta bring something unique to the table. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm like, okay, was it a good idea? Maybe in Korea this would have been a good idea because like there's not a lot of people doing this kind of sound in Korea. We've seen an uptick recently with QWBR and all that, but here I'm like, you gonna go to Japan and do their thing? Are you gonna be better than everyone else? And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know, because like, like it clearly reminds me of like Lisa, and like all the Sword Art Online anime openings I've seen, which is good because now you fit into the market. But what if you fit into the market too much? You just, you know what I mean?
You can't stand out.
Right. And like,
so I have a solution to this problem.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. Consultant Doug here. Consulting
My
Entertainment.
solution is,
Okay.
we like this, but we're afraid it's too run of the mill for the J-pop market, considering she's going to do anime openings when a lot of people make music that is like that, right?
Right.
That's the issue here. So my logic is, why don't we release what is essentially Japanese anime songs and openings in Korean in Korea, where there is no market for it, really.
Right.
So I'm saying we take this type of song and we just start releasing it in Korea instead.
So supply but no demand.
Yeah.
We make the demand.
We make the demand because there are some people who are not a big fan of Yena who are never going to listen to the song because they don't listen to Japanese releases, right? I think there's an audience there who, if this was a Korean release, they would listen to this and be like, "Hey, I like anime. I like K-pop. Whoa!" Right? That's what I think would happen.
The Venn diagram.
Like the Venn diagram, I think that middle section is rather big, to be honest.
There's an overlap. There's an overlap.
There's definitely an overlap. I want to see her try to do essentially a Korean anime opening in Korea.
I mean, okay. In all honesty, I do think the market is there. I was just joking earlier. I do think the demand is there because, like what I was saying earlier, QWR did really well after they debut, and YOASOBI with Idol. It's a great song. Don't get me wrong. It was really popular in Korea too, which, for the record, for a J-rock song J-pop song to like pop off like that in Korea, wildly rare, once in a decade kind of deal. Was it the most successful song of the year? No. Was it popular as Baby was in Korea back when Justin Bieber was debuting? No. But like, still wildly popular. So I think the demand is there, But hey, this is Yena going into Japan. What is she gonna do in Japan? Is she because she can't do the same K-pop thing over there, She gotta still have her unique Yena twist to it.
Isn't like the most famous, like the anime opening that was in Korean that people recognize a lot is the Coyote one for One Piece, right? Our Dream. See?
Yeah. Oh man.
Right? So it can happen. It can happen.
Unlock the memory for
People say that is Kim Jong-min's best singing performance of his career in that song, right? So it is possible.
Dude, like you mentioned that to anybody of my generation, like any like
That's
kid who
what
grew
I'm
up One Piece,
saying.
like we're all gonna like start singing it.
Anyone in Korea who's between the ages of like 22 and 40 would probably recognize that song, right? Who was into that kind of stuff back in the day. But
Okay, that doesn't really.
I
count
think
as
there's a
J-rock,
market for
though.
this. I really like this vibe for Yena. I think it makes for me it was more compelling. I know some of the other stuff is good, but I always felt there was just like a little something missing, and I feel like this was it. Like it just makes all the sense in the world to me. Now, would it be successful in Korea? Who knows? But I'd like to see them try. You know, I want to see it a couple times. Might as well, right?
I'm sure
This
they'll-
came out nine days ago. This is a Japanese release for her, which is not the main focus most of the time, and it got 1 million views.
I'm sure it'll be like a B-side as a Korean version at some point in our future Korean EP, kind of like what Stacey did with ASAP.
Probably.
Not ASAP. Shoot, what am I? Poppy. Girl. But hey, I think one thing that was missing for me a little bit, again, was the chorus. I felt like could have been a little more
it was a
explosive.
little repetitive with the DNA stuff, to be honest.
Maybe it's because when I typically hear this kind of sound, I expect a certain vocal tone because, that's how J-Rock
can
does
see that.
things. But they, there's a little more explosive energy. I think Yena has it in her. I still feel her energy is really comfortable when she's in the mid to lower range, but when she goes up into the chorus, I'm like, maybe a little more, please, thank you. You know?
Y'all have a favorite anime opening song? Does anyone off the top of their head?
Ooh.
Oh, dude, you're just outing how old I am compared to these weebs.
Gonna date
My
himself.
favorite anime opening is from a TV show that I don't even watch.
Oh,
Which one?
It's the Kenshi Yonzu peace sign from My Hero Academia season 2.
Oh my God.
That's like it's the one I put in the
Hey.
YouTube channel. That's one of my
Oh.
favorite openings. It's really good. Like absolute fire.
I don't think I've seen past season 1 for My Hero Academia, which
Yeah, but
I heard I
think
didn't
this
miss out
is
much
one of
on
the best
I
openings
don't.
ever.
I can't name like a single. There's a lot of good ones, but I
A
would say like,
lot of Lisa songs too, dude.
Lisa's
Like,
pretty good. I guess
yeah.
to be honest, maybe I'm dating myself here, but the band that I recognized a lot in like the shows and like their music was Uberworld. If people are familiar with that,
how do I spell that?
they're kind of old now.
Uber World?
Uberworld, yes,
So it's like Uber,
But-
but with a V and then a world.
yes, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, really, really great singer. His live performances are crazy, but yeah, that would be my pick.
I think if I had to pick one, it would probably be. It's actually an ending, not an opening, but the story that only you don't know by Supercell, which is the outro to the first season of Bakemonogatari.
Wow.
That one.
You guys know that one, right? Nah?
I don't know if I know.
Oh, I know this one. Yes, I know this one.
It was like, 2010 was it? 11?
Something like that.
That's when I was in middle school or high school, whatever that was. If I had to, that show had really good songs. That's where Anita, that's where Red Eye Circulation still came out of, and that's still relevant today.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's where it's from.
Is this the song from the Star Scene? Am I wrong?
Stars. Yes. Yes.
It is, right? Yeah,
saw
okay,
that show?
fair. What?
You saw that show?
Bro, Monogatari, I have most of my figures are from that series, dude.
Oh right, dude, man, it's been a long
Right?
time since we talked about
Monogatari is
anime.
literally my favorite anime.
Yeah.
Regardless of the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Independent of that.
Well, I thought
Yeah.
you owned the most Saber figures. I think that's what it was.
Nope.
No?
There's 5 Monogatari figures and 3 sabers over there.
Okay.
Damn.
the Venn diagram.
All right. Demo 손난자 dame.
I would say honestly,
Hold on.
I know the chorus isn't perfect, but this is spicy to me. This song was. To
Oh.
be completely honest.
Ooh.
It was a high borderline tingly for me. I feel like we're almost there.
We're
I can
almost there.
see the
Okay.
potential.
Same. It's a borderline spicy, but at the end of the day, I'd say it's a tingly, which is, that's still pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, other release. These are the songs that came out this week specifically, not over the since January or whatever. But this week we had a pre-release from Moonbyul from Mamamoo with "Think About." We had Lim Kim with the song "Ult," and she literally uses the correct name for ult in League of Legends in Korea. Gung is what they call the ultimate moves from the characters. So I don't know if she's meant like referencing that.
Lim Kim isn't K-pop anymore, guys.
I know. We had Icons DK pre-release with LTNS. We had the Super Junior new unit L.S.S. So it's Ituk, Shindong, and Shiwon with Joke. What a weird unit.
Trio.
Wow.
And then we had Nomad pre-debut with Oasis. We're at Spice King though. Last week on episode 268, Twice I Got You defeated IU to pick up their first crown. IU came in second. Love Wins All, third place. Rise, Love 119. People love that song. New candidates, all 6 songs from this week. TVXQ Revel, GroovyRoom Yes or No with Yunjin and Crush, Even Ugly, Seola Without You, Young Posse Up featuring a bunch of people, and Yena DNA. I still got Twice in first.
Okay.
I just wanted to say that.
Okay.
And I do not have IU on my chart. By the way.
Oh boy.
W.
I was kind of counting on you.
In second place, I got Seola with Without You.
Okay.
And in third place, I got Yena with DNA, and that is my chart
Oh.
for this week.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
All right.
Unexpected.
Some surprises there.
Yeah,
I'm just not too into ballads in the winter. It just makes me depressed.
Yeah.
To be honest,
ballads are the season for winter.
I don't want to be depressed. I want like a nice winter thaw, dude. Like,
What?
not a thong, a thaw.
Oh,
Yeah.
I knew you thought I said that, dude. I
what?
knew you.
what does a bare butt have to do with winter?
Anyways,
Would you be more
Okay.
cold if you're wearing a thong?
my chart.
Okay. God damn it.
My chart. In first place, I also have Twice. I Got
go.
You. Still a really, really nice song. Like the music video, the visuals were really nice. Also, still interested to see what the main release sounds like, but I'm liking this so far, so I'm keeping it in first. Second place, I'm gonna give it to GroovyRoom.
Oh.
Yes or no?
Okay.
Featuring
I was considering
and
that
Crush.
one as well.
Yeah, I feel like now, since Warren mentioned like where the sample was from and all that, I feel like now I understand why I felt a certain way listening to this. Feel very nostalgic, but yes, it's pretty good. I like the instrumental, like the features. Everybody was just doing really, really well vocally.
Yeah.
So second place. Third place, I'm gonna give it to Without You from Soda. I feel like
Oh.
that was the most surprising for me because I wasn't sure where we were gonna go sound
She killing
wise.
it, dude. She killing it.
But I really like where it went for her. I think it suited her.
This might require an Instagram follow, guys. It was at that level.
Wow, you flipped her opinion on her with a single
Yeah,
song.
dude. I'm willing to change opinions. I'm open-minded.
Wow, look at you.
So yes, that's my chart.
Oh, it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
IU.
This guy definitely have Love Wins All in first, doesn't
Love
don't
is
you?
all
There
is
you
first
go.
place.
Hey,
There we go.
Best song of the year. Easy.
Counting
Wow.
on you, Warren. Yes.
This
Wow.
is so excited for the concert. So excited for the next release, which she started teasing. It's
Ooh.
also one of those songs where I don't listen too often. You know what I mean? I want to savor it. Just
You can't overplay it.
no.
bro, good. If IU don't get some crowns, right? Good luck.
I'm gonna keep putting her on first, like the way I
Because
did with Rise, which I
Next
gave up on, I'm
Monday
sorry.
is the La Seraphim title track, right? The following Tuesday is the IU title track.
Okay.
Good luck.
You could get a crown there.
Good luck. Good luck.
All right. Well, who knows? I still like it. I vote with my heart. Love Wins All takes first place.
Love truly wins all. Yeah.
Like it's been a minute since we had some trash can energy in this podcast.
Oh my, you're
Oh.
really going to?
It's been a minute, guys.
Raccoon War.
We're really throwing it back because like you haven't mentioned like uneducated kids any of the since like episode like 5.
Are those dudes like still relevant or no?
They're
Like,
still relevant. The uneducated kid now runs a company. Can you believe that?
I
Wow.
feel like hip hop has. You know how K-pop has come out of the sewers and has become mainstream again? I feel like
Hip-hop
a lot
has.
of rap has become more underground again. I don't know why it feels that way to me.
No. It definitely is. People
Right?
have been saying, hip hop is kind of on the downward trend in terms of popularity, both in America, both in Korea. I mean, which makes sense. We were popular for a while. All things that go up also comes down. So I think that makes sense. But at the same time, a lot of people point at Show Me the Money for being the reason. I'm like, we still got a lot of good music. Yeah, uneducated kid now runs a company called Dirty Play Records with Polo the Red and Fleeky Bing. What do you know? That's irrelevant though, because Young Posse is second place
God damn.
Right.
with normal Quatin Fanli getting turned up the masculine Barbie. That line just I don't know, just flows so well. Just so good line. Third, I have to give it to GroovyRoom with Yes or No. It's
Nice.
Huh Yunjin did it. She really hit it out of the park there. Great performance. Impressive as an artist. I'm now really excited. You know what? I already was, but now I'm more excited for LS Serafim's next Easy, is it called?
I think so.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's easy.
I think so too, yeah. But yeah, there you go. Three very different songs this for my chart. From a
Okay.
ballad to drill music.
Gochu Gang and the SojuTalk Nation have spoken. In first place, with 75 points from them, is Twice. Hey, let's go Twice.
Oh wow. That's great.
I got you. Second place, big drop off to 45, is IU Love
Okay.
One's All.
Good song.
And in
Alright.
third place, they got Rise. Love One
Wow.
Wow. There you go.
27
See?
points.
Wow.
Good song.
That one beat out the
Hanging
GroovyRoom
on.
song by 2 points, but yeah, it's in third place there. As a result, we have a tie for third place this week. We got Seola with Without You, and we have GroovyRoom Yes or No featuring Yunjin and Crush. Second place with
Nice.
8 points, IU Love Wins All. And in first place this week, we got Twice with 15 points. I Got You picking up their second crown. Let's get it.
Nice.
Nice.
This Love Wins All song is gonna be the song that Warren says we should have had that in Hall of Spice for like a long time, right?
Ditto should have
There's-
been song of the year, guys. Love and All.
And the
should have been
shame,
Hall
the
of
shame
Spice.
for Love Wins All is it did pick up double crowns in the week that it came out.
I know.
Yeah.
Y'all were with me. Then y'all were like, never mind. Twice is here.
We're at show winners though. There's only 2 winners, I think. And
Yes.
hit us with them.
Yes, and of course, speaking of IU, she won on Music Bank with Love Wins All, giving her a total of 4 wins with this pre-release. Congrats to her. And then we have G-Idol, Super Lady. They won in Show Champion and M Countdown, so 2 total wins so far for them. Congrats.
All right. We're at the end. Part 1. SojuTalk episode 269. We'll be back after a short break. 3, 2, 1.
And here's an extra special shout out to all of our Fiesta Patreons on patreon.com. Bagel, Charles, Cotton Ball, Del Monic, Ellie, Irv Tron, Gogu Mama, Honey Pools, Liam's Games and Toys, Luke Daniels, NJ Parks, Tier, Siu Sumi. And thank you for joining Soju Talk, your weekly shot of K-pop. And special thanks to our Discord server mods: Jacob, K Music Erday, Koala, Max, No YS Nuda, Tuggles, and Wolf 297.
Why, dude? Warren just said something wild, but we are back at it
What?
with part 2
I
of
didn't say anything.
SojuTalk episode 269.
You went to
We're gonna talk
get a
about
bottle of
some
water. That's it.
news and events from the past week. So unlike the music, which was from all of January up until now, this news was actually from this week. Not a lot of news because of the holidays, but there are some things that happened. The most significant of which, Blackpink's Lisa announces her own label, Loud, spelled with 2 L's, probably for La Lisa. But introducing Loud, a platform to showcase my vision in music and entertainment. Join me on this exciting journey to push through new boundaries together. So as we remember, Blackpink decided to remain as a group under YG, but they will be handling their own solo stuff by themselves, right?
Right.
So Lisa's announced a new label, Loud. And following that up, she already is casted in something.
Oh.
So she is joining HBO's White Lotus season 3. So she will appear under her real name, Lisa Manabal, and the series will begin filming in her home country of Thailand, mostly in Koh Samui, Phuket, and Bangkok. I've been to Koh Samui before. Koh Samui is like an island off of the mainland of Thailand. It is paradise on earth. I'll just say that.
Ooh, beautiful.
It is one of the most picturesque places I've ever been in my life. Yeah.
I think I saw it.
Wow, this is big stuff. White Lotus.
Hey,
Pretty
hopefully this
popular.
goes better than when Jenny appeared on an HBO show. just saying. But I've never heard of this White Lotus show until now.
Really?
But apparently they like changed the entire cast every season, and it is
Yeah. There's some big names in there. Yeah.
Tell us more about the show.
It says it follows the guests and employees of the fictional White Lotus resort chain whose interactions are affected by their various psychosocial dysfunctions.
More drama.
And it's a dark comedy drama show.
Okay, I can kind of see what's going on. Interesting. She'll be joining Leslie Bibb, Carrie Coon, Walton Goggins. I don't know any of these folks.
I see a Schwarzenegger. I think this is Arnold Schwarzenegger. It is. It's his son, Patrick Schwarzenegger, is going to be on it.
Oh wow!
Apparently.
Season 2 has some people I know. Adam DeMarco's here. Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Lisa's getting work as a solo.
Wow.
It's exciting to see there.
Something YG wouldn't do.
Ooh.
The next thing, there are 3 groups that were announced this week by 3 decently big companies. So SM Entertainment, new British boy group, will be produced by Nigel Hall, who was one of the executive producers of The X Factor and Britain's Got Talent.
Produced by Nigel Hall.
The first comment states coming to be the next new One Direction.
That's what I was thinking.
Hey, so that happened
One
there. I'm going to
Direction?
just go through all 3 of them. Next one, the Black Label confirmed to debut a new girl group in the first half of this year. So there are no confirmed members, but people have been speculating, and some of them are very significant. So there are photos taken online of trainees. Netizens pointed out some of the people. Ella Gross, who is a child actress / model. Bailey Suk, the choreographer.
What?
And there's a girl named Moon, who's the granddaughter of the Shinsegae chairman.
What?
Wow.
Bailey?
Yeah, she's apparently going to be in the Black Label group.
The Shinsegae chairman?
What? So confused.
So people are like, wow, these kids are going to be monsters. The actual baby monsters.
I mean, yeah, that is something, right? The Black Label releasing a group right after YG.
And then
Wow, I'm
finally,
still in shock.
B-Lift Lab is confirmed to debut a new girl group. Illit from the survival show Are You Next?
I think
you remember they were doing that show?
I think it's called Eyelid.
Oh, yes.
Islet?
Yeah.
Whatever. there's already a bit of controversy here. So people have been clowning on B-Lift Lab lately,
Why?
for
What's up?
specifically plagiarizing choreography. So
Oh no.
there was 2 instances. In Hypen at one of the end of the year shows, just directly lifted choreography from someone. And then this group in one of their like training videos lifted choreography off of someone without crediting them as well.
Oh damn.
So
Nice
yeah,
work.
people aren't too happy about B-Lift Lab right now. But hey, we got a British boy group, we got
What?
Black
What?
Label group with some famous people,
Bailey.
and we got B-Lift
Really?
Lab group.
Yo, forget about Bailey. The granddaughter of Shinsegae. Okay. You want to talk about all 3? Anita, is Bailey? Who is Bailey? Because the Bailey
Okay,
I know
I-
is like not as good as Kahlua. You know,
Okay, so
alcohol.
I
liquor?
know her, Bailey Suck. She's been famous for a while because she's been dancing and just working as a choreographer for such a long time now, and
Oh.
featuring in other people's choreo as well. So I'm really
Savage,
surprised.
she had a hand in. She's
Yeah.
done a lot of notable choreography pieces,
Oh,
right,
wow.
Anita?
Can you sing too?
But yeah, also her as a performer, I feel like she's very well known in the Western dance group sphere.
Interesting.
Thinking like West Coast. So I'm really surprised that she's going the idol route, because as far as I didn't know that she had
Can she sing?
intent to do singing as well.
Can she rap?
I have never seen it. No, I
Is she
have
gonna-
that I know of. No.
Is she just gonna show up and dance?
So as
I don't
much as
know.
Anita said, like I've seen this go forever, she's only 19.
Oh my
So-
god.
Yes, I mean that's what
So
that's
she's
what I'm
very
saying.
young.
Like
She's a prodigy.
She's been dancing for such a long time. She's been in that environment for such a long time as very young, as a very young dancer. So I'm a
She
little
helped
surprised
choreograph
now.
Psycho Warren when she was
Oh.
like 15.
Yes, she was in Red Velvet
Yeah,
that's
Psycho.
Okay, let me talk about the Shinsegae thing I was freaking out over. Okay.
Oh yes,
Chaebols. Chaebols are a thing. This is not fiction.
Correct.
Really rich people who own big chunks of companies, who own big chunks of the Korean economy. Yes, that is true. Chaebols are a thing. The biggest chaebol family is known as the Samsung family.
Yep.
yes.
As you can tell, they have control over Samsung. So if you think about Samsung Electronics president Lee Jae-young, he falls into that as well. The Shinsegae family is a part of the same family tree. Might I add, CJ is also there. Sehan, Hansol, all of these, one family. So the Samsung former president who passed away a couple years ago is the older brother of Shinsegae's owner at the moment, who is the grandmother apparently of the new member of this group. So
Oh,
that's where a lot of eyes are going in. She is, I don't know much about her, but the fact that
This is the ultimate Nepo baby, right?
the top tier.
That's put it,
this is
right?
as Nepo as it gets. It's like, is it gonna be her or the daughter of Samsung?
Like her parents are worth hundreds of millions of dollars, right?
Wow.
Like,
Song Yunjin? Yeah, man. Big money. Big money. Really big money.
big money, big money.
와, 개부자 진짜. 와, 미쳤다.
So this group is kind of like slated to be crazy, right?
Ella
Like people are
Gross.
being
Let's look that up. She is
She's
a
a-
child
Familiar
actress,
with her.
child actress and model.
born in 2008.
Ooh.
She has an Instagram, and she was at the Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania premiere event. Wow,
She has 4.1 million followers already.
wow.
Wow.
So they're making a group of killers right now.
Looks like she's American to a certain degree. I mean, her last name's Gross. I should expect. Yeah. Anyways, anyhow. After a lot of talk about the baby monsters. I think a lot of the conversation has become, well, now that Teddy has his own thing, what's it gonna be like? Is it gonna be more Teddy songs, or is it gonna be Teddy doing new shit? Who knows?
see.
Stay tuned to find out.
Here's a fun fact about Bailey Suck. Her mom won Miss Korea back in the day.
Oh, really?
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
So you know what? They're just getting all the famous people. She also Bailey Sugg helped choreograph the KDA pop star song. She's done like a couple of the aespa songs. She did Taeyang Vibe. She helped with like. She's very notable.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
Oh my god.
Damn.
I found the neighbor.
Don't Call Me from Shiny. Yeah, like she's been in a bunch of shit.
I found an online magazine post that says 4 Korean celebrities that are popping off, and it's Anderson Paak, Audrey Nuna, Alan Kim, who was on Minari, the little kid, and then Bailey Suck. So
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
We shall
So yeah,
see.
that's
I'm very
exciting.
intrigued now.
This Korean direction group might be
God.
something, right?
Two Direction,
What is this?
Nigel Hall.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to
Whoa.
see. And then we have
What
the
is
B-Lift Lab, which is going to be important because, you know, Are You Next was like in the realm of like one of those island shows, right? So
Yeah.
getting all 3 of these.
Oh, fourth generation. We don't stop. We keep.
But
debuting.
obviously this Black Label group is the most exciting, right? Is it not? Like
It's
this
the
is
craziest, I
if
think.
this
Not
is what
saying
people
something.
think it is, it's going to be absolutely insane, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Teddy's been cooking up the good shit and been hiding it for this group for the last 10 years.
Oh man.
We will see.
We'll see there. Next thing, Spring Day by BTS breaks a tie with Cherry Blossom Ending by Busker Busker and is now the song with the most unique listeners on Melon all time.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Oh my
So
goodness.
8.4 million different accounts have listened to this song on that platform.
That's a lot of people.
That's
That's
a lot
a lot
of
of
accounts
people.
and
A lot of people.
streams and people.
For the
That's
record,
crazy.
the Korean population sits around 50 million.
Yeah, and decreasing quickly because of birth rates. Yeah.
Less than half a person per couple. That's exaggeration. It's about 0.6 per couple.
That's great. That's great.
Well, what's great is that Spring Day is doing really well against Cherry Blossom Ending, because that has been touted as one of the hit
These
songs
are
of the
throwbacks.
decade. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one. It's one of the
Yeah.
most legendary songs of
Mm.
the past like 25 years, right? It has to be.
Yeah, 2010's biggest song of that decade. There we go, Cherry Blossom Ending. Now No More by Spring Day.
That is there. Next, so aespa and SM announced like they announced the thing where they're tracking down all the people talking shit about aespa. So if you were a shit
Ooh.
talker, I would watch out. They even name dropped the law
They're
firm
out
they're
for
working with to get you. So
Oh, shit.
y'all better watch out. They ain't taking this shit.
Oh no, guys, I think our podcasting career is over. Thank you for joining
What?
Soju
What?
Talk.
We like aespa though. Aespa.
They're gonna
No,
find
no.
the episode where it talks shit about Next Level.
So they had something called Kwangya 119 where you can drop like this person's been talking
Whoa.
mad shit.
whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
So they've looked into all of these reports and they're gonna start charging people with shit or suing people.
Wow.
And I think once Sojang fell, it's opened the floodgates like you effed
Oh,
if they
of
could find
course.
you, right? Like
Yeah.
'cause now there's some precedent on that.
People
so
are moving forward now.
don't talk shit if you can't back it up. And then the final thing, Anita, NCT's Doyoung will reportedly make his solo debut in 2024.
Wow. It's been
Wow.
a minute.
Is that
In a
the
minute.
is that the third NCT solo?
Mark Taeyong. Doyoung?
10?
No, 10. 10,
10?
10 debuted like today.
Yeah.
Really?
It was literally today.
He's,
Oh.
he's
Yeah,
like the
we
fourth or
might cover it
fifth.
next week. Yeah, we might cover it next week.
Okay. Well,
We're probably forgetting someone else too, which we apologize for.
I
Hey,
don't.
They're
You
starting
got
to
a
do
lot of
solo
people.
stuff too. Honestly, he's one of my favorite members of the group. He has a great voice, so that's pretty
Great
exciting there.
vocalist.
I like them in Dojejang. Yeah.
All right. That kind of wraps up the show. We had the mega review instead of doing a State of the Nation. So we will be back with State of the Nation next week. But in terms of the music, so we will be covering music that came out Tuesday to next Monday. So we were recording on a Tuesday, but we did not cover any of the songs that came out on Tuesday, which included NCT 10 solo debut. We have a song from BB. We have The Wind, Astro Unu solo debut, which a lot of people are waiting for.
Yes.
Icon DK solo debut, Aimers, Mamamoo Wien, Ensign, B2B Hyunchik, and La Seraphim title track, guys. It's going down.
Wow.
La
It'll
Seraphim.
be exciting. All right, we'll see you guys next time with episode 270. Oh, you got something, Anita?
It's Valentine's Day.
Oh shit.
It is
Happy
Valentine's Day tomorrow.
Valentine's Day. Yay. Happy
We're all
Valentine's
Yay.
Day, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
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 Bye.